My opponent is offering no solutions. She's only offering empty rhetoric.
And it's some of that rhetoric why Hobbs has backed out of debates.
Why not show that fight and debate Kari Lake?
Look, I see interviews like this as a perfect opportunity to have a discussion where we can talk about the things I bring to the table, how I'll govern. I'm not going to give a platform for someone to just spew conspiracy theories.
Why are we not doing a debate?
Well, I've said from the beginning that I'm talking to them every day about on the campaign trail. And I think that she's only interested in a spotlight. She threw a tantrum outside of this building, and that tantrum led to people in this building getting harassing and threatening phone calls and racist attacks. And it's a distraction. I think Kari Lake is scared to sit down and have an in-depth conversation because it will highlight her lack of qualification to be governor.
We've been taught since we were little kids, you got to stand up to a bully. You understand how that might come across. How do you make a case? We want to send you to fight for us, but you won't even step on stage with it.
I have stood up to this bully for the past 2 years, and I'm going to continue to do that.
I'm told that if you want to come, they still will make room for you. Are you at all rethinking that decision?
Absolutely not. I am focused on, we're focused on what we need to do in the next 18 days to win this race.
But I want to see if you can stand up to Kari Lake. And if you can't stand up to Kari Lake, you're going to be our governor. We want you to know that you can stand up to folks like her.
When people like Kari Lake did everything they could to question and challenge the election results in 2020, we need leaders who can bring people together
rather than focus their entire campaign and governorship on loyalties to the former president and being in a position to potentially overturn the will of the voters in future elections.
No candidate has been more forceful in spreading Donald Trump's lies about the election than the Arizona Republican candidate for governor, Kari Lake. When Lake brought up false claims about election fraud, the conversation turned to 2020. Bill Barr all said that there wasn't, that the election was not stolen.
Our Constitution says election day. It doesn't say election season, election month. And the longer you drag that out, the more fraught with problems there are. We just saw problems this week with Katie Hobbs, my opponent. 6,000 ballots.
We know of at least 2 election deniers, the woman that defeated you in the primary and Chuck Gray running for Secretary of State. I assume they did not earn your vote?
No, they will not. I think no one of any party should be voting for people who are election deniers.
We are deniers. We are. We claim that we are deniers because Biden did not win the 2020 election. We're going to prove that. We're going to adjudicate that on national TV during the hearings, the real J6 hearings, when actually the Democrats will be in the minority.